One of the most common questions I get is, are all financial advisors basically the same? The short answer is no. There's actually two very different business models in this industry, and understanding the difference can have a pretty big impact on your long-term outcome. Hi, I'm Matthew Fitzgerald, certified financial planner with Holistic Planning, located in beautiful Sedona, Arizona. And today I want to break down the difference between a fiduciary and a broker-dealer and why that difference matters. Let's get into it. At a high level, there are two ways that advisors typically operate: the broker-dealer model and the fiduciary model. And on paper, they can look very similar, and often a lot of advisors operate under both business models at the same time. But the incentives behind them are very different. In a broker-dealer model, the advisor is typically compensated by the products that they recommend. That could include certain investment funds like mutual funds, insurance products like life insurance or annuities, or structured products from banks. That doesn't automatically mean something is wrong, but it does create a situation where an advisor could be incentivized to recommend one solution rather than another, even if there are multiple ways to solve the same problem. On the fiduciary side, the standard is different. A fiduciary is legally required to act in the client's best interest. So instead of asking, what product fits here, instead the question becomes, what's actually the best strategy for the person across everything? Here's where I think people get tripped up. Most clients don't realize how much incentives shape advice, because from the outside, everything can sound the same. Same language, same projections, same outcomes being promised. But behind the scenes, the structure of how someone is paid can influence the direction of the recommendation. Let me give you a simple example. Let's say someone is approaching retirement. They've built up a solid nest egg. Maybe it's a couple $100,000, or maybe it's a few $1 million. And they're trying to answer a few key questions. How do I generate income? How do I manage risk? And how do I reduce my taxes over time? In one scenario, they might be shown a product that solves income or protection, something packaged, easy to implement, and commission-based. In another scenario, you take a step back and look at withdrawal strategy, tax sequencing, portfolio structure, and timing of Social Security. And the solution becomes a coordinated plan rather than just a single product. Neither model is inherently good or bad in every situation, but they are built very differently. And if you don't understand how your advisor is compensated, it's hard to fully understand the advice that you're getting. At our firm, we operate as a fiduciary and take a planning-first approach, which means we're not starting with products. We're starting with your situation, your goals, and building a strategy around that. If you're approaching retirement and trying to make sense of all of this, or you're just not sure how your current advice is structured, that's usually a good time to have a conversation. You can schedule a consultation and we'll work through your situation together. At the end of the day, it's about making sure the advice you're getting is actually aligned to what's best for you, so you could worry less and live more. Thank you.